Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. It's now official. There is a split between William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua. And this was made official yesterday by Rigathi Gachagua himself. Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has alleged that he put in a good word for former Kini MP Kanini Kega to get elected to the East African Legislative Assembly, IALA. Speaking on Friday, while attending a funeral in Chuka, Tharaka Nithi County, DP Gachagua claimed that he convinced the Kenya Kwanza MPs to vote for Kega, who is allied to the Jubilee Party under the Azimio coalition. Jana mmeona mimi nimeongea na hawa viongozi wa mlima na kuambia huyu Kanini Kega alikuwa anatukana Ruto, lakini wampigie kura. Si wamempigia, he post. Hiyo ndio Kenya mpya tuko nayo. Thus Rigathi Gachagua confirming in broad daylight that he defied William Ruto's order and chose to vote for a candidate that had not been endorsed by William Ruto's party. A day before that voting, William Ruto hosted Kenya Kwanza members of parliament at State House, Nairobi, where they took a position. They had a list of preferred 5 candidates who Kenya Kwanza members of parliament were to endorse in parliament. On the actual voting day, members of parliament from the mountain rejected one nominee that had been endorsed at State House and voted for one of their own who was not on the preferred list. And besides that, Rigathi Gachagua is also confirming that he also persuaded the mountain members of parliament to also vote for Kanini Kega. Something that might have not gone on well with William Ruto and his team, for maybe they preferred another candidate. So it's clear, Rigathi Gachagua is confirming that he defied William Ruto's order, and that signifies a split between Rigathi Gachagua and William Ruto. Things are not working on well behind the scenes, and that's why most likely Rigathi defied William Ruto's order. In this video, as usual, I want us to dig deep into that story to see what it means politically. If you are watching us for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. Yes. Also yesterday, we saw Rigathi Gachagua hosting almost all elected leaders from the mountain, both from Azimio and from Kenya Kwanza Alliance. And that created a perception that Rigathi is ahead of the pack in terms of leadership on the mountain. He stands tall amongst all mountain leaders. Because if you look at all these other leaders from the mountain, they come out as cowards, leaders who are not brave enough to speak out their mind. They appear to be very much interested in pleasing and catching the attention of William Ruto. And that has also been Rigathi Gachagua's style and brand of politics. But from this IALA voting, it appears Rigathi Gachagua is now changing his political direction. He's trying now to play a new brand of politics. And if Rigathi continues on that trajectory, it's almost certain he is going to come out as the mountain political kingpin. And if only can manage to persuade and to hold on to all these elected leaders, for these leaders to start singing his tune, he will emerge as the mountain kingpin. That's a fact, ladies and gentlemen. So, why is it that Rigathi Gachagua seems to be changing his political strategy? Because all along, we were seeing a very contented Rigathi Gachagua, a Rigathi Gachagua who was very shy to contradict William Samoei Ruto. And even when they were campaigning, he made it very clear that he was to be a yes sir kind of a leader. But now Rigathi just confirmed yesterday that he's not a yes sir leader to William Ruto. Yes, because William Ruto endorsed a list at State House, Rigathi defied that. So Rigathi might not be a yes sir leader, the one he was talking about. The first thing I'm seeing here, Rigathi has realized William Ruto is not taking him seriously. He has seen at a very high possibility where William Ruto can easily build a new leader from the mountain, and maybe Ruto can dump him. So Rigathi in good time is just trying to incite these elected leaders early enough to rally behind him, and that can force William Ruto now to recognize him as the undisputed Mount Kenya leader. Rigathi has realized William Ruto is taking him for a ride. Secondly, Rigathi Gachagua might have realized that the mountain is disappointed with the performance of William Ruto's government. People are suffering, cost of living has gone up, there is insecurity. William Ruto is not fulfilling the promises he made to the people. Rigathi might have realized that there is some kind of a rebellion, resentment from the ground, especially on the mountain. Rigathi is now just trying to identify with the people. Or he just also wants to rebel against William Ruto the way the ground is rebelling. That's also something I'm seeing here. And in our previous videos, I've always maintained here that Rigathi Gachagua should not be making a blunder of constantly defending the government. You know, if you are a deputy president, and it's clear from the way we have seen things in the 60 days they've been in power, it might be possible that there are some unilateral decisions William Ruto is making for himself without even consulting Rigathi Gachagua or any other leader in Kenya Kwanza Alliance. By the end of it, should that kind of a decision backfires, the entire government, including Rigathi Gachagua, takes the blame. And that's creating a perception that Rigathi Gachagua is also part of that kind of a decision. When William Ruto transferred the port from Naivasha to Mombasa, Rigathi Gachagua has been quiet. And that created a perception that he was part of that kind of a decision. So I feel Rigathi is now realizing that the more he keeps quiet, the more William Ruto is finishing him politically on the ground. That's why he's now charting a new style and brand of politics, coming out to defend what is right and to reject what he believes is wrong. And in the coming days and even months, we are most likely going to see Rigathi Gachagua differing with William Ruto in most of the decisions the government will be making. And Nyeri Governor Mutahi Kahiga also made that very clear yesterday, that now going on, they will be making decisions based on the interest of the community. Yes. And they are also accusing William Ruto that ameanza kuleta ukora kwa siasa. Is it true William Ruto ameanza kuleta ukora kwa siasa? Actually, it's true. You know, if you look at what is happening, initially, William Ruto designated Rigathi's office for Musalia Mudavadi. And from behind the scenes, we are meant to believe that Rigathi just grabbed the office. And that forced Musalia Mudavadi to be rendered officeless. So you are seeing that even in the early stages of the government, already there was a sinister plot to cut Rigathi to size. Rigathi has just realized that if he keeps quiet, then most definitely he will be rendered politically irrelevant. So I'm seeing a Rigathi Gachagua who's waking up to that reality. And even before I conclude, it's now official that just in 60 days, these people have been in power. there is already a split. And this split will only but increase. I'm not seeing any possibility or any situation where, or rather even from the past experiences we have seen, the moment a split comes out in the public vision, then normally the split only grows bigger and wider. And we saw that between William Ruto and Raila Odinga. It starts small, but attempts to make sure that the split is actually solved never yield fruit. I'm not seeing any attempt to seal, or rather to seal the split between, to seal the split between William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua. I'm not seeing such attempts being fruitful. Eventually, there will be a very big split between William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. If you want to support our channel, as always, I've pinned my number on the comment section. Contact me through the number. Feel free to also send in your contribution to the number. Let's meet in our next analysis.